Today we're going to reveal and test out the new Electro Titan Troop that's coming in the next Clash of Clans update. What's going on, my friends? My name is Joe. Welcome back to the show, and at Town Hall 14 your new solo barracks can be upgradable to level 16 with 15 million elixir and a 16-day build time to unlock the Electro Titan. Once that upgrade concludes, you can go into your laboratory and upgrade the Electro Titan for 19.5 million elixir and a 17-day 12-hour build time. We're just going to go ahead and use a hammer on that because nobody really wants to wait on that. And then once you get to Town Hall 15 and upgrade your laboratory to level 13, you'll be able to upgrade that Electro Titan for 20.5 million elixir and an 18-day build time. And when you first get into the barracks, you're going to notice that massive housing space number from the start of 32 housing. Boys, oh my gosh, that is a monster. Now, one more thing that's really comical that I noticed when I saw this troop a few weeks ago is that she looks more like a Valkyrie that hit Ultra Instinct. Oh my gosh. Damage per second, 220. Aura damage per second, 50. That is a key right there, the aura damage, which we'll explore in testing. Hit points, 8,200. She's a very tanky unit. Training time of 6 minutes. Favorite target, any. So there is no designated target like defenses or resource buildings. Damage type, single target, targets both ground and air with a movement speed of 16. Barely controlling her raw magical power, the Electro Titan is a formidable force on the battlefield. She channels some of her magic into a powerful Electro Whip, while the rest spills out to damage everything around her. That is what the aura means, and that's what really sets this troop apart from others within your lineup, because when we take a look at similar troops with high hit points like the P.E.K.K.A., she has a much higher damage per second, but there is no special abilities that comes with the P.E.K.K.A. During my testing of this troop against defenses and heroes, she did not appear to do anything that I could necessarily say was quote-unquote spectacular. It was actually a little underwhelming for as many hit points as this troop had. I thought she was going to be a straight-up beast, but when we put her up against popular defensive clan castle troops such as Lava Hound, Headhunter, and Archers, you really get to see what the Electro Titan was designed for and what that magical aura can actually do, which led me to trying her out against defensive buildings with skeleton traps nearby, and as expected, the skeletons were roasted by the magical aura. I also paired her up with air troops against air skeleton traps and got similar results. Now this is the Electro Titan versus the popular super minion clan castle defense, and the Titan's aura will roast the ground melee troops and she will throw her whip at the air minions until they're defeated. But unfortunately, this is what happens when she takes on dragons, and the Electro Titan is completely unsuccessful. Another thing to point out about the Electro Titan is that buildings within her aura will take damage whether she's attacking them or not, like we see in this test versus the super minion. So after all of that, I think we have a clear visual of the Titan's intent. She's a tanky unit. She can go in with other troops, do damage within her aura, kind of roasting those skeleton traps, and also assisting with those Lava Hounds on defense, because that's really a popular meta right now, and that might possibly change in the future. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, I did put her in a clan castle on defense with a Headhunter and some Archers, and due to her insanely high housing space, she was the last one to deploy versus an unassisted Queen Walk. The Titan was able to trigger the Queen's ability, which led to the idea of adding a defensive poison spell tower versus the Queen, and the defending troops were able to clear the Queen, trigger the Phoenix while the Titan's aura chipped away at the healer's health. So you got to be aware if somebody decides to try to put this troop in on defense, it will cause damage to your Queen walks. I mean, just something to pay attention to. Next was the defensive poison versus the Queen with rage spell assistance, and her ability was triggered, but the Queen was able to save the healers from the distracted Titan, which led us into then defensive poison versus offensive poison, and the Queen walk was, as expected, able to be successful with the use of a rage. So the other day we hit this base right here with Super Witches, Flame Flinger, and Warden Walk for the outside funneling, and we got about 91% in that attack. But if you notice, there was nothing in the clan castle on defense. Well, on this replay, we're going to include the Lava Hound, Headhunters, and Archers, which is pretty popular right now. And we're going to switch up the army a little bit with some Warden Walking. We're going to use the Battle Drill, and we also made some adjustments on the pets based on your feedback. I mean, I kind of already knew the answers to it, but I wanted your feedback to include Diggy on the Royal Champion, Phoenix on the Archer Queen, Frosty on the King, and we got the Electro Owl still on the Grand Warden. And as you can see in a Warden Walk, it works out rather well because he's got the range. So he's working on the cannon, taking on the Archer Tower next, and then we're going to drop a Baby Dragon, Wizard, Yeti, as well as the Battle Drill to sneak in. That Battle Drill will burrow, it will stun the Archer Tower, and it's going to continue to work in delivering our Yetis from the Battle Drill on the Royal Champion's location. It was just an idea that I had, and it looks really cool. So the Grand Warden's work is going to take out the Wizard Tower, and then we're going to work our way into the start of our army. Barbarian King with Frosty, Witch, Archer Queen, Super Wall Breaker, Headhunter, Yeti, and we have a group of the Electro Titans. So I want to see what this little smash army can do against this Town Hall 15 base. 2 jump spells placed, rage spell, and the Electro Titans are working their way into the center of this village, taking on, looks like a cannon. Here comes the enemy clan castle troops. Remember what it does to the Lava Hound. We're going to rage them up. They're going to destroy, just completely disintegrate those lava pups. I mean, they just disappeared. And the Royal Champion is on the far left side, with Diggy going into the Archer Tower, and we're holding on to that Grand Warden's ability to see what those Titans can do as they get closer to the Town Hall. Barbarian King is eventually going to catch up. We're going to use the Warden's ability, freezing the Town Hall, Royal Champion's ability, and then unfortunately that tower, the spell tower, will pop and release the invisibility spell. Here comes the Archer Queen. Very nice. I like it. Royal Champions coming in on a stunned X-Bow. We're going to go ahead and drop some backside cleanup. On the opposite side, looked like we had a Yeti or something kind of caught on a wall, so I snuck in some balloons. I think there's some balloons that are going to sneak in over there. But on the left side, looks like we got the King and the Electro Titans, Barbarian Spawns, Healers, all paired up together. So we're really going to focus in on this zone, dropping a Headhunter to work on the Archer Queen, and look at the buildings around the Electro Titans kind of losing health as the Barbarian King and the Grand Warden pick them off. So this is actually quite interesting to see in action when we have this many Electro Titans together. One against defenses doesn't look very pretty, but a large group of them does look really cool. We're going to go ahead and speed this one up, that way you can see the end of the attack. We did in fact 3-star this base with defending clan castle troops. So again, I think this base right here is more of an old style Town Hall 14 meta. We're going to see some major changes at Town Hall 15. This is the army that I used if you want to try it out after Town Hall 15 goes live. But let me know down in the comments below what you think about the Electro Titan, and we will see you in the next video.